Hello everyone, factoring into our weekend forecast for the United States. So every Thursday evening we like to have a look at the weather for the week ahead for the United States of America, and that's what we're going to be doing for this video. Now these are YouTube exclusive, so we are not embedding these to GallusWeather.com at this time. So if you want to see weekend forecast for the United States, you will need to subscribe to the Gallus Weather's YouTube channel and click all notifications. You'll be notified then when we are releasing our weekend forecast every Thursday evening, and also you'll be notified when we release all of our other content as well. Please give us a like on video if you enjoyed weekend forecast for the United States, and let us know in the comments what you think. Share the video if you can. And yes, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Right then, so let's get on with weekend forecast for America. And this is how the temperature anomaly is looking for the weekend from the 11th to the 19th of June. So it's going to be a cooler than average week over on the eastern side of the states. Temperatures will be below average there, pulling back into the west of the Midwest. So kind of like from Midwest eastwards to the east seaboard, it's cooler than average. In the west of the Midwest, so kind of like Colorado, those sort of areas, we're going to be seeing warmer than average temperatures through there. And that extends down into the southwestern corner as well, and then pushing up towards the northwest, it gets a lot cooler once again, with cooler air coming in from off the Atlantic, from the northern California and going up to Canada. Precipitation anomalies look pretty dry for most parts of America, with two exceptions. So the first exception is in the far northwest, the Pacific Northwest. We'll see heavy rain at times and heavy showers coming in off the Pacific, and also running up the eastern seaboard. Does look quite a lot wetter there from like northern Florida and going up the east coast. But elsewhere, it looks like most parts of America are going to be dry, particularly so in the southwestern corner, as you'd expect, of course, and through many parts of central and northeastern America, also looking pretty dry there in the week ahead too. So this is how things are looking tomorrow. This is kind of like the current setup. The main sort of talking point of the weather at the moment is this ridge of high pressure that's come out of Canada and moved down into northern parts of America. That's bringing quite cool air out of Canada with it down this eastern side. So from the Midwest over to the eastern seaboard, we are bringing in cool air on the eastern side of this ridge of high pressure. The heat is on the western side of the ridge, so pushing up the west of the Midwest, very hot through those areas until we come back into the western coast itself, and then we've got low pressure coming in off the Atlantic, bringing much cooler and fresher air in off the Pacific, I should say. Got much cooler and fresher air coming in off the Pacific at that point. This is how the temperatures are looking in terms of the upper air temperature. So really hot up this western side, except until we get to this northwestern and western coast, and there we've got the wind coming in off the Pacific Ocean, so it's a lot cooler there. Also, cooler air is coming out of Canada and slipping down into this eastern side of America, although the extreme east and southeast does actually look rather hot. A lot of dry weather coming up tomorrow as well. We've got heavy rain and thunderstorms running up the east coast from northern Florida, going up the eastern seaboard, and some heavy showers moving in off the Pacific, particularly affecting this northwestern part of America. But elsewhere, most other parts of the states are going to be dry, except for one or two rogue showers coming through. You can see how cool it is up in the north and the northeast. So temperatures are way below average in the north and the northeast. Let's pull out a little bit. Temperatures are well below average in the north and the northeast, kind of like only sort of mid 60s to low 70s Fahrenheit at best. It is a bit hotter going up the eastern coast though, so temperatures there are kind of like hitting 80 Fahrenheit. However, the real heat is as we pull back into these western areas. So from the west of the Midwest going back to the western part of America, we see temperatures widely into the 90s Fahrenheit. Some parts of southwestern America will be well over 100 Fahrenheit. But then as we get up towards this Pacific coast, it does get quite a lot cooler there, with temperatures again pegged back into the 50s to 60s Fahrenheit. We go through into Saturday, and that's how we're looking again. Many northern and eastern parts of the states dominated by this ridge, which is a cool ridge. It's bringing cool air out of Canada and the northern part of the Atlantic with it. The heat, again, it's on the western side of this ridge, pushing up the west of the Midwest, but we have got low pressure in this northwestern corner coming in of the Pacific Ocean. Upper air temperatures show a real east-west split, so many of these eastern and northeastern parts of the states looking really really cool with the upper air temperatures. Southeastern states probably not as hot as you would expect at this point in the year. And then the heat is surging northwards through the west of the Midwest until we pull back into this Pacific northwestern corner, and there it does get a lot cooler up there. Again, pretty dry scene across many parts of the states, except for two areas again. Heavy thunderstorms from northern Florida and going up the east coast, so through the Carolinas, for example. There will be some quite heavy thunderstorms through there. And then we've got this mass of heavy rain and showers coming in off the Pacific into the northwestern corner of America. One or two rogue showers in other states, and maybe of the odd thunderstorms scattered about, but generally, again, the emphasis is on dry weather through many parts of the states through the course of Saturday. Don't worry about the timestamp, by the way. This is a European website, so it's showing 9 o'clock in the evening on the timestamp, but it's actually mid-afternoon for you guys in America. That's how the temperatures are looking. So cool again in the northwest. Temperatures again only sort of 50s to low to mid 60s Fahrenheit. Cool in the east and the northeast as well. So from the Great Lakes pushing over towards the northeastern coast of the northeast Atlantic coast. Again, we see temperatures kind of in the mid 60s to low 70s Fahrenheit through those areas. Not as hot as you're expecting the southeastern corner either, although temperatures will be in the 80s Fahrenheit there. And then the real heat is surging northwards through the west of the Midwest. So again, from Texas going right way up to the Canadian border, we see temperatures widely going into the 90s Fahrenheit through there. Some parts of southern and southwest America will see temperatures into the 100s Fahrenheit, of course. Let's have a look on Sunday. So again, this cool ridge is sitting over the eastern and northeastern part of America. Low pressure is in the northwest. In between, we've got those hot southerly winds once again. Look how cool the upper air temperatures are in the northeast. So again, from the Great Lakes going over to the eastern seaboard, or the northeastern seaboard anyway, it does look really quite cool. Definitely below average temperatures there. And out in the northwest, coming in off the Pacific Ocean, again, it looks pretty cool through those regions. Hot then through these central states, the central and west parts of America looking very hot there. Again, quite a lot of dry weather on Sunday. Heavy showers and thunderstorms over towards the eastern seaboard. One or two pushing a little bit further northwards as well. Showers or longer spells of rain also from the Pacific into this northwestern corner. Many other states, so looking dry overall. Just one or two heavy showers and thunderstorms scattered about here and there. It really is a cool scene in the northwest. Look at that. Temperatures, these are service temperatures, and they are significantly cooler than you would expect. Generally, again, only like low to mid to upper 60s to low 70s Fahrenheit, really, through many of these northeastern parts of America. It's cooler than that in the northwest, as it often is, though, there. What's happening in the east and the northeast of America is a little bit more unusual. So in the northwest, we probably see temperatures again pegged back to around 60 Fahrenheit. In the northeast, we see temperatures probably between 60 and 70 Fahrenheit in many areas, which is below par. And even in southwest, southeast parts of states, it is a little bit cooler than you expect, with temperatures into the 80s Fahrenheit. The heat through this central part of America is also beginning to recede southwards a little bit. So still very hot through some of these central states, but gradually starting to recede southwards just a little bit on Sunday. Moving through to Monday, and again, the ridge of high pressure is sitting over on the eastern side of America, keeping many northeastern parts of states quite dry, away from the eastern seaboard anyway. Out in the northwest, again, low pressure off the Pacific into this northwestern corner too. That's how the upper air temperatures are looking, so still cool really, with the upper air temperatures from the Great Lakes and going over towards the Atlantic coast, towards the eastern seaboard. Cool in the northwest as well. Hot down here in the southwest, of course, as it always is, and that heat does push quite a way northwards as well into some northern parts of Central America. Precipitation-wise, we've got heavy thunderstorms running up the eastern seaboard on Monday. Some torrential rain in there. Maybe starting to come a little bit further inland as well to affect some of these eastern parts of the United States away from the coast. So showers and thunderstorms perhaps getting a little bit more widespread up the eastern side. And again, out in the northwest, we have got some showers coming in off the Pacific there. But generally, as we pull back across many parts of America from the Great Lakes and going westwards, I think we see a lot of dry weather through the course of Monday. The emphasis is on mostly dry and fine conditions. Still on the cool side in this eastern and northeast part of America, maybe not quite as cool as it will be over the weekend, but nevertheless still below par, sort of low to mid 70s Fahrenheit through many of those areas. In the southeast, again, it's probably a little bit cooler than you'd expect. Temperatures into below 80s Fahrenheit. Very cool in the northwest. That cool air is beginning to penetrate a little bit further into other western states as well. Temperatures generally around sort of 60, low 60s to mid 60s Fahrenheit. The heat is through the central states, and again, down in the south and the southwest, widely into the 90s to 100s Fahrenheit, particularly in southwestern parts of America on Monday. Tuesday looks like that. The ridge is gradually beginning to slip a little bit further eastwards in towards the Atlantic, and that could just be starting to allow somewhat warmer air to begin to pull up from the south. Also quite weak pressure in the east, so that probably allow more heavy showers to develop. Further northwest, got low pressure in the northwest, a trough of low pressure coming out of Canada into the northwestern part of the states, and that's how the upper air temperatures are looking. So it is starting to warm up a little bit on this eastern side, but probably still below average, but gradually we're beginning to warm things up a bit up there. In the northwest, it looks quite cool. Elsewhere, many of these western, southwestern states do look pretty hot. Again, two distinct areas of precipitation, showers or longer spells of rain off the Pacific in the far northwest, and heavy showers and thunderstorms around the eastern seaboard and pushing northwards up the eastern side of America. Many parts of the states, though, away from eastern America looking dry, lot of dry and fine conditions through the Midwest, and then pulling back into western and southwestern parts of America on Tuesday as well. The coolest temperatures in the northwest, again, temperatures into the low to mid 60s Fahrenheit there. On the eastern side, it's beginning to warm up, but it's still pretty cool, really. Temperatures are probably rising into the mid 70s Fahrenheit by this point. It would have fit for across many east parts of America. The real heat is through these central states once again. Wednesday takes that ridge further out towards the Atlantic and definitely starting to infiltrate some warmer air from the south now, and we're beginning to lose low pressure up towards the northwest, perhaps a little bit too. Upper air temperatures are starting to warm up in the northwest. In fact, many parts of the states beginning to show signs of the warm up through the middle part of next week. Even these eastern, northeastern states, where it has been really cool, are starting to see the temperatures lifting up. Still some showers left in the extreme northwest, and still some heavy showers and thunderstorms around these eastern seaboard states as well. Many other areas, again, the emphasis is on dry and fine conditions. The heat is beginning to build now through parts of southern America, widely into the 100s Fahrenheit through there, and I think we see temperatures rising into the 90s Fahrenheit through parts of the Midwest as well on Wednesday. Eastern parts of America also probably starting to see temperatures beginning to lift into the 80s Fahrenheit, and even in the northwest, where it has been very, very cool, temperatures there probably lifting into the mid to upper 60s Fahrenheit. Then get through to Thursday, and that's how we're looking. So gradually we're starting to push heat northwards, I think, really, through the second half of next week. That's the main story. There is some low pressure out to the northwest, but I think the main story through the second half of next week is hotter air is beginning to push northwards. Basically, upper air temperatures showing things are starting to turn hotter across all parts of America. The upper air temperatures are becoming hotter even over in the east and the northeastern part of the states. The precipitation forecast for Thursday looks like this. So heavy showers and thunderstorms around the Great Lakes and going over towards these eastern, northeastern parts of America. Could be some big thunderstorms through there. Still some showery conditions off the Pacific in the northwest. Otherwise, again, many parts of the states looking dry, sunny, and by this point, you would have thought pretty hot. That's how the surface temperatures are looking. So again, it is turning hotter across many parts of the states. Temperatures through much of America on Thursday next week rising into the 90s Fahrenheit. Again, real heat down here across these southern southwestern states, with temperatures again going into the 100s Fahrenheit through there. And even in the northwest, it's beginning to get warmer through there. Temperatures starting to push up into the upper 60s, possibly low 70s Fahrenheit. I'll just take you through to day 10. So this is how things look on Friday the 19th of June. So again, really as we go through Friday the 19th through through to Saturday 20th and on to Sunday 21st. The storyline really is that it's just getting hotter, particularly across these more northern and eastern parts of America. That's how the upper air temperatures are looking. You see heat is really building there as we go through to the weekend of the 20th, 21st of June. I think that lifts temperatures widely into the 90s Fahrenheit. Proper heat wave could start to get going by the time we get through to next weekend. Northwest still looks a little bit cooler, but even there it's pretty warm. And I think overall we're seeing signs of weather becoming much hotter as we move through the latter stages of next week and on into the following weekend. Emphasis is on a lot of dry weather. There will be thunderstorms surrounding places, but the emphasis is on a lot of dry weather. And finally, in terms of the service temperatures, whoops, that went wrong. So let's just go back and have a look at what the service temperatures are going to be showing. And we can see that, again, it is looking pretty warm with the service temperatures. That is going to be like early in the morning on Sunday the 21st of June. So this is first thing in the morning. And you see, but away from the northwest where it's cooler, most places are looking generally very warm there with those surface temperatures first thing in the morning on Sunday 21st of June. Temperatures are widely still holding in the 70s Fahrenheit. So definitely signs of things becoming hotter as we get through to the weekend of the 20th, 21st of June. But before then, there's a lot of cool weather to come, particularly for more northern and eastern parts of America, and also a lot of dry weather, though, in the week ahead. Right, if you've enjoyed this weekend forecast, then please give us a like on video. Let us know in the comments what you thought, and we'll be back next week with the next weekend forecast, United States. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified when we release the content that you are enjoying. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.